Allele is a different form of the same gene. We have two chromosomes here, one from each of your parent, mother, father. Let's say it's for eye color. So your one parent is giving you a yellow eye color gene, and the other parent is giving you a blue eye color gene. Both of them are the same gene, i.e., is for eye color, but different forms. One's yellow, one's blue. So allele is a different form of the same gene. Now you can create more alleles, more different forms of the same gene by random mutation. So let's think of a rabbit. Rabbit has these rabbits. So I'm talking about a population of rabbit. There are hundreds of rabbits. All of them have a thin fur. So they have a gene for thin fur. So now randomly to one of the rabbit, a random mutation occurs on their gene. Now that rabbit has a thick fur gene. So we call this a new allele, a new advantageous allele. So a random mutation creates a new allele. Now that can be advantage, a good thing. Mostly it's a bad thing. All those mutations are really bad, but sometimes it can be a good thing. Let me give you an example. Let's say those 100 rabbits are living in a particular area, then for some reason due to climate change it becomes really really cold, so that random mutation could save some of them and you don't lose all the rabbits. So you will have thick fur rabbits living on, and they'll be able to survive and reproduce more, and eventually we'll have a area full of thick fur rabbits. So I'm showing you an example, and this is your mark schema. This is the examiners. They're looking for these things. So a lot of students struggle with this, and they lose easy marks. So let me go through it. What you would write. This applies to any example. They can give you any crazy example, but guess what? The answer remains same. So number one, natural selection, right? So first of all, there is a random mutation. So we have to explain it. There's a change in the DNA-based sequence that occurs in that population to some of the organism. This produces a different allele. This new allele, the new different advantageous allele, possesses an advantage over the other individuals, other organisms who did not have that mutation, who don't have that new advantageous allele. So therefore, this new organism is more likely to survive, more likely to reproduce, and pass the allele to the next generation, to their children. Number four, a lot of students lose the mark. You need to memorize this. Number five, these individuals, this new generation, these new individuals, they now have the advantageous gene given by their parent, and they are now more likely to survive and to reproduce and pass their gene to their children, to the next generation. Over time, over many generations, what happens? The advantageous gene increases in that population, because they are producing more kids, more children, because they can survive. And the other gene, which did not have the mutation, dies out because they're not likely to survive. So it dies out there. So this is your mark scheme answer. You need to memorize this. And I have not mentioned any specific animal or organism. So you can apply it to anything.